Hi, it's Kris, and this is the A Strings
Whoa,
podcast.
whoa.
What's going on?
You come in here and expect to take over proceedings. No, that's not what happened. Welcome to the A Strings podcast.
Let's do it!
That's not the music.
Should be.
Welcome to episode 6. If you hadn't guessed, Kris is back. Hey!
China.
It's already started. It's already downhill. It's already lowbrow. It can only go up from here.
So where have you been, Kris?
The people who listen regularly will know because we've mentioned you pretty much every single podcast, I think.
Yeah, Andrew. I viewed every single one.
Have you listened in? Have you tuned in?
I've tuned in, and I've listened to everything you've said.
Right.
Andrew.
If you want HR's number, just let me know.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on. Do you have a nice...
It was good.
Sorry?
It was good. Very weird place.
Well, it's not weird to the 2 billion people who are living over there. It's just normal.
Yeah.
But to a Westerner, you're a bit of a culture shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And vice versa, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the people want photographs.
Quite the celebrity. But we'll get into that in a little while.
Yeah.
First off, let's have some news.
This is the news.
So we've got... Well, we're back to kind of almost a full crew this week, aren't we?
Yes.
So we got Kris came back.
Yep.
From where?
From China.
Right. Tom's back from his birthday week.
How was your birthday away, Tom? Lovely, thank you. And Tristan is back
And Tristan's back from paternity leave. So we got a full complement of staff. Dad, Glyn, is still having various amounts of time off.
That's okay.
That's fine.
So Andrew and I have just come off a run of, I think, 12 in a row together.
12 consecutive working days, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And if you can get through that, well, you can get through most
Get through
of it.
anything.
Yeah.
But no, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. So, we haven't seen each other for a couple of days now.
No.
Anything happening? Any news? So shop's been good. We've had a good...
Yeah, weekend was busy, wasn't it? It was just the
really good.
two of us, wasn't it?
Just
the two of us.
Copyright.
Yeah.
I think that...
Will Smith.
that addition means that we don't have to have the copyright. Yeah, really busy day Saturday.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I just want to say thank you to Dr. D for bringing us some stunning coffee, which we are drinking right now.
Do you know what? I thought it tasted nicer than the usual brew.
Yes.
I went to Magnet, the kitchen place, on Sunday.
All right.
And I had the most disgusting cup of coffee ever. And he commented on at the end. He said, "I didn't like the coffee." I went, "No."
Do you know what it was?
I don't know, but I don't know whether the cups had gone off or what. But it just tasted off, really, really bad.
We have
Not
to
like
make
this.
sure. Yeah, I was going to say, and even our shop coffee is of a decent.
Yeah.
standard.
But
But this is Lavazza. Yeah, it's really, really,
Yeah.
really good. Going back to Dow, we're gonna see a difference.
Yeah, but he brought a delicious jar of coffee and left with an even more delicious guitar. The guitar that I said last week in the Valentine's episode. Which one would I...
Yeah.
Which is my favourite guitar in the shop that I'd be tempted to take away.
He giveth and he taketh away.
When we ordered these guitars, I think they were announced back in probably September or maybe before that.
I think it was a little while.
Maybe
yeah.
in the summer. I was buying this one in with a view to, if it didn't go within a certain amount of time, I was kind of eyeballing it for myself. And it's gone. But when these things go, as stupid as it sounds, it's always nice knowing where they've gone and who's got them. So if somebody's got something nice, it's not out of your sights completely. It's being looked after. It's being taken care of.
Yeah.
So for those, and it couldn't have gone to a nicer man either.
No, and for the people that didn't tune in last week, the dream guitar was
The 58 Jazzmaster.
very, very tasty.
Yeah.
Clay dot inlays, all sort of era specific, wasn't it? Anodized pick guard.
Really nice.
Really, really nice.
The kind of guitar that in 10 years' time will look nicer and play. It'll just, every aspect of it is just going to age and get better in time.
Yeah. But no, we are very glad that he,
Like me.
just like Andrew, just like A Smooth.
Thank you.
So in unsavory news, but still guitar related, there's a whole heap of mess at the moment for Ryan Adams.
Not Brian Adams.
No.
I read a thing going back about, because I don't read, I'm not aware of his stuff really.
No.
There might be a hit that I haven't associated with him, but he's one of these kind of artists that just hadn't come on my radar at all.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of reading up on him, and there was apparently about 10 years ago or so, an amount of time ago, a lone kind of voice in an auditorium in between songs shouted out, "Play Summer of '69," which apparently is one of these kind of running jokes that happens in every, to a point, used to happen in a lot of kind of gigs. And he got the guys to bring the house lights up and for the audience to point out who said that. And he got this person up on stage and give him a berating on stage in front of everyone.
Really?
And the question was, the reason why this came up was, what is your biggest regret, or what's, can you name a mistake you've made or whatever? And he feels bad for having done this. I just find it really funny that, yeah. If
all this was sort
call
of...
yourself something other than Ryan Adams, I'm sure that...
Let's leave all that and let's get to the real reason that we're all here today. Biscuit News!
Well, I bought some biscuits earlier on. I've noticed that we've had a severe drop in the amount of biscuits that have come through to us, and I don't think it's in relation to the amount of downloads that we've been having on the podcast. They seem to be going up.
Yeah.
I think maybe we're getting a little bit of biscuit backlash.
Explain biscuit backlash to me.
Why should we be getting free biscuits?
That's true. If anything, we should be providing the free biscuits.
Yeah. And I think when we have got them out there...
Oh, they're readily given.
They're readily given to customers.
Definitely.
I've mentioned it to almost every rep that's come in about the biscuit news.
Yeah.
And some of them said, oh, really good idea. Yeah, it's good. And they've kind of taken the challenge on. I think we'll be getting some things in the future.
Yeah.
Others have just looked and gone, huh.
Are they seeing us for the opportunists that we are?
Yeah. In as much as, who do you think you are? You're not PMT, you're not guitar, you're A strings.
We're A strings.
You don't get biscuits willy-nilly.
Not the A in Gap.
No.
As much as you'd like to be. Yeah. So, we did have the granddaddy of all reps and biscuit news come in this week.
Mike Roster, who was... We told him that he was mentioned on the very first podcast.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know about it.
No.
But he still brought in those little Rice Krispie.
Yeah, they're like little Rice Krispie bars with chocolate on
chocolate.
Them,
oh, man. And you have one and you can't have one.
No.
You could never have one.
Crack.
Yeah, you've got to have half a dozen at least. And they were gone within the 2 hours that he was here.
Yeah.
We ordered some microphones off him. So,
We're using some microphones
off
him. So he works, for FBT, an Italian company, does PAs and lots of other stuff. But we have the JTS mics in. We've been using them since episode 1.
Yeah, you give me a really, really shit one.
We sabotaged
the
episode 1,
which is why...
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
But these
are... I sounded like I was on AM, but they're SM58 equivalents, really, aren't they?
Yes. So, these are slightly different. These are slightly different to the ones we've been using.
Okay.
So these are the SX8s. So these are the 58 sort of equivalent, maybe the Beta 58 equivalent, I'm not sure. But up until now, we've been using the SX7s. So it'd be interesting to see if there is an audible difference. People will have to A-B it and let us know.
Right in.
But this is not biscuit news.
No.
Right. You brought us biscuits.
I bought us a gingerbread family.
Yeah.
To eat at Biscuit News, and I go off and do bits and bobs for 2 hours, and I come back, and there's two gingerbread people, non-gender specific gingerbread people.
Well done.
Remaining. You three have all stuffed your faces. Me and Tristan resisted, so Tristan's enjoyed his recently, and I'm going to enjoy mine in front of you all now. You've all had yours.
While you eat yours, in my defence, I wasn't here when they were in. And they were sat out the back unsheathed in a little bowl all together, like in a hot tub. Like 5 men in a hot tub. And
why men?
I don't know, 5 people in a hot tub.
Open your mind.
I know.
The rest will follow.
And I asked Tom, and Tom just sort of waved his palm as if to say, "Go ahead, Adam." And he followed suit. So I thought that they were just unsheathed gingerbread people for us to go on. So if anyone's to blame, it's Kris.
So what do you bring us back from China?
I haven't brought you anything.
Well, no biscuits.
No biscuits.
No Chinese biscuits.
No Chinese biscuits.
Well, it's a good job that Tom is on hand because Tom has brought in, don't ask me to say it, but they are Chinese biscuits called Hello Panda. I think they wanted to get the kitty but couldn't get the license.
Fun-filled biscuit treats.
So Hello Panda. So they look amazing.
I can't believe you went all the way to China and didn't bring us back anything to eat.
I can't believe I turned up in A-strings and you haven't offered me anything.
Offered you what? What do you want? You work here.
You got a cup of coffee. You've been offered a biscuit. You've had a gingerbread man.
I didn't know it was for biscuit
So,
treats, though.
What else do you want? A hug?
What do you want, a cookie?
What do you want? A cookie? So Tom also bought us these caramel-filled...
And he's not even been to
wafers.
China.
Yeah, Tom's been to the range.
It's,
We love Tom Darling when he's at the range. So Tom's been to the range and bought us these caramel-filled wafers, very similar to what you'd see in Starbucks, them kind of things. So we're going to have them. But the unexpected gift for today was off our amazing friends, Christy and Stu. For those of you that don't know, I pop over to Stu and Christy's every week before podcast, and Christy has a lesson. And
Coming on amazingly well as well, given that she just started before Christmas.
yeah. I was greeted with this for us to bring in, which I'm going to get for you now.
I'm shaking with excitement.
With anticipation.
Oh!
The classic recipes sharing pack. Now, they did say to me that I should take the plastic off to have it rustle free for the episode, but I didn't
That's
listen.
the ASMR element.
There we are. So, Stu, Christy, now you know.
What have we got in here?
Everything's in there. Everything.
They've got a philosophy in everything. Border classic recipe sharing pack. So we've got divinely chocolatey cookies, chocolate oat crumbles, light and buttery shortbread rings, light and chocolatey Viennese wheels. My dad loves Viennese wheels. Butterfly.
We'll keep him then.
Butterfly sultana melts. Sweet memories butterscotch crunch. That's the one I want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you keep them. So we'll keep cleaning
Amazing.
Keep cleaning the Viennese wheels, is it? Is that what you said?
If he's
not here.
You lose.
So yeah, thank you so much again. I walked to the shop with these in my arms like a child, making sure I didn't break any. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass these over to Tom because he's sat there sort of patiently waiting. He's going to have a dig through
Well,
them.
you may as well do something,
Yeah.
because the only movement we see from him is either winds it up, you're going on,
Yeah. If his hand's in the air, it means it's boring.
for biscuit news, you just see him leap over with his gangly arms.
Yeah. So just to inform everyone, the Hello Panda biscuits, a bit weird.
yeah, a bit weird.
Bit strange.
So
Nice.
They're like a chocolate. They're just a little chocolate filled
Go on, have
try
you,
them.
have you?
No.
They remind me. There's there used to be a biscuit when we were kids. I think it was like it's like a round biscuit. It's got like a printed little face on it.
they're similar to things that I feed my cat.
Oh, okay.
And they don't taste much better either.
No, they're not. They're not
Are they
good.
definitely for people? They're not actually for pandas, are they?
Tom. Tom's got a face full of something.
Tom, don't you dare. Bring them over. What ones do you eat in there? That chocolate one. And I was talking to him as his boss then. Is that a Viennese one?
I'm not sure. You carry on. You guys
Yeah.
carry on.
Oh, butterscotch.
Right, while they're deliberating over biscuits, I just want to give a massive shout out to Andrew Lay. Now, Andrew Lay, bless him, caught the train down to come and see us and got off in Ponty in the hopes of popping into a shop on the way and bringing us some biscuits. Unfortunately, the shop that is right next to us closed a little while ago, so he wasn't able to get us anything. But it's the thought that counts, and I know you listen, so
He's
thank
a
you so
really
much.
good guy, Andrew. Yeah.
And we'll see you soon. And yeah, come in for a coffee.
Yeah, sorry I
whenever.
missed you, man.
And yeah, thank you again to
only
everyone,
thing-
except Kris because he didn't bring anything.
No, Kris can... To be honest, I'm disappointed on a number of reasons.
All around the world, Like,
Yeah.
how
You
many
could've just got
many
some-
airports were you in?
Yeah.
How many duty frees did you go through?
No, do you know what it is, Ad? He's only thinking about one person. That's himself.
I brought you a gift back. Me. I am the gift.
Great.
You know, we should have a league table
What, of people?
of people and biscuits, and we should draw like a graph one against another. I don't know how that would work. But obviously, the person who brings the nicer biscuits.
Well, we know that Stu and Christy are up there. I think bringing the competitive element will bring us more biscuits.
We hope so.
We're going to be in serious trouble. And Tom's up there because he brought cheese in with his.
Yeah. These are different.
They're amazing.
Dutch.
You have them on the planes.
Oh, do you?
Oh, would you?
I
We
don't-
wouldn't know.
Right, okay.
Because you didn't bring any back.
I thought you'd be happy for me to come back in one piece.
I'm not risking throwing it, Tom. So these are called stroopwafel. I think that's the proper pronunciation. Stroopwafels. I don't know. But yeah, Tom picked them up for us. And they are, again, amazing. We are spoiled for choice today.
And he only went to Bracknell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were going to bring us back a Shanghai surprise.
What for?
I don't know.
Oh. If that's rude, anyone out there, we are sorry.
I don't think it is rude.
Google it.
I am.
I'm just going to Google it. Do we want to place bets that it's going to be rude?
If I type it into that website, it'll definitely be rude. Right. Shanghai. There's a song called Shanghai Surprise. Sean Penn and Madonna. It's a film. Oh, yeah. Use the Urban Dictionary.
That's what I was looking for.
Going home with a casual sex buddy, only to find that he/she is not the gender you'd once believed.
Story of my life.
Shanghai Surprise. Let's move on.
So, let's talk about Kris and his adventures.
So most importantly, you went out for a purpose, and that was to see.
My girlfriend, who is now my wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lift of the
Cheers.
coffee cup.
Lift of the mugs.
Yeah.
Cheers, my dears. Very quickly, you two met in Cardiff, she was in Cardiff Uni, wasn't it? So what's the plan now? Before we talk about China, what is the plan? Now that you're a married man.
Well, she needs to get her visa ready to come over here.
Right.
And then it's deciding whether or not to...
Where'd she live in China?
Her hometown is... Well, I say hometown, it's home city. Is in the Henan province,
Right.
which is miles away from Shanghai.
But well, it's closer to Shanghai than it would be to, like, what's the capital city?
Beijing.
Beijing.
It's in between, to be
Okay.
honest. But it'll take...
So is there a big city nearby?
Yeah, this city's dotted all over the place.
Right.
But yeah, it takes a full day of driving to get from her home to Shanghai.
Right. Okay.
And same if we went to Beijing.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
We've been following your updates and everything
Yeah,
on Instagram
yeah.
and everything. You seem to be a bit of a
celebrity.
yeah.
You have Chinese off seasons where they don't see white people. And
Right.
then all of a sudden they see a white person and they become a celebrity. And that's how I became.
Yeah. Do you know what your name is in Chinese?
A lot of people started. She did tell him the English name, and then a lot of people started calling me.
K Smooth.
No.
Oh,
not
okay.
really.
I thought there was a pattern.
No. And I don't know if I'm going to say it correct, but it was Bowen.
Bowen. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Bowen.
Jim.
Yeah.
But that apparently translates to my name in English.
Oh, cool.
I wonder what the literal, because we've had. Do you remember that customer that we had through last year or the year before?
Yeah.
And the literal translation to his name from Chinese to English was Baron Wang.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure would not be.
He wouldn't be the character in a Carry On film. Is that what you mean?
But then you get Baron Trump, don't you? You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyway, digress.
So Bowen.
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 Yeah. I heard him talk about necks like that.
What?
Bowen.
That neck, Bowen.
That next Bowen. Now, we were chatting yesterday, and we were talking about all the... Is it biometrics, you said?
Yeah. When you go over there, they take all your biometric details. So, like your fingerprints. They take picture of you. Then, obviously, they take your...
Retina scan.
Yeah.
But
not so much that.
You have that going to normal, you know.
But you were saying that for everything you buy, even if you buy like a can of Coke or Pepsi, you have to like fingerprint scan.
No. It's
or is it for bigger things?
bigger things like if you go to the airport or if you go on a train or majority of things like hotels, you got to show them your passport, and then that links up to the government database where they basically search everything about you.
Yeah.
They knew things about me
that you didn't know.
Yeah. Like they knew I worked here.
Wow.
Yeah. Know everything. Could track me down.
Do they know where Wales is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like the government. They'll know. You know what I mean is, you know, like the family and stuff. You know, did they? You say you're from?
Yeah, the family knew, and all her cousins and all that knew because obviously she told them.
Yeah, of course, because she went to Wales. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, the strange when we go abroad, and you know, you talk to people and you say, "Oh, I'm from Wales." A lot of people kind of look at you and they say, oh, "Where's that from? Is it part of England?" kind of thing. And the point of reference has always been Tom Jones, Princess Di, and Anthony Hopkins. Did you go to guitar shops over there?
I went to many guitar shops.
Did you?
There's one street in particular in Shanghai, which there was about 46, and I didn't get to the end.
46 music shops?
All in one street.
A lot of them would be kind of traditional Chinese instruments, though, like the...
No, a lot of them were guitar shops.
Really?
Yeah, but...
That's mad, because when Andy, the Marshall rep, when he... we'd been out for a drink with him, and he said that like a massive part of Marshall's export market, so much is going out to China. You don't associate China as being somewhere that's kind of prolific with popular music as we know it. You know, somebody would want a JCM 800 or whatever. You know, it's
Yeah, the interesting thing that I thought, because you sent us a few pictures, was there were some shops that had guitars in the same way that we have our guitars.
Yeah.
But each and every guitar was
filmed.
plastic wrapped.
Yeah.
So could you? So in that case, then there was no try it before you buy it.
No. If you did want to try it, they would have to cut it open from the cling film.
Yeah.
And I hope you'll be able to show these people the actual photos of this cling film guitar rack.
Yeah. We'll pop it in the comment section of the podcast.
He got told off for taking the photographs, didn't he? So
they thought he was a spy.
That was only in a couple of music shops.
You can imagine just the radio kind of communique. We got a very unimpressive looking spy looking at, taking photographs of the.
How did you find it though? Was it were there similarities in the approach to the sales? You know,
No.
is it no?
It's completely different. One of the music
No
shops...
Chinese Adam.
No. There was a shop, and it was a fabulous shop, and you wouldn't expect it in the street because it looked just like a really bad rundown corner shop.
All right.
But you walk in there, and it's from... The only way I can explain it is like a Chinese equivalent to A-strings.
Really?
And I was half hoping there was a Chinese equivalent of you.
Somebody with wonderful thick hair.
Yeah. Doing jump squats in the corner.
Amazing sense. Splitting his
trousers. Waddling
Asian
home.
Andrew.
Well, there's billions of people like that. There must be somebody a bit like us out there.
Yeah.
Probably.
Can you imagine that?
I'm just giving people pondering time.
That was thinking space.
Yeah. So you can think about What you'd look like.
Yeah. What would you
your
look
doppelganger look like?
Yeah.
So price-wise, you tried something over there, didn't you? And
it was a Mexican Strat, standard Strat.
Okay. And how much did it work out? You said it was quite expensive.
Yeah, I think it's 8.71 RMB to every pound.
Okay.
And it worked out about £850.
So it's a good few hundred more than...
The thing is, though, you could say it's the same as Overview. There was a couple of shops that had guitars in, but they were copies, a lot of copies.
They say, don't they, with things like the, there's been a lot of SM58s, G7th capos, all these things. There's so many bootlegs out there that they say that, next to the G7th production line, you've got exactly the same product being made without the logo on it.
Yeah.
And so, I imagine the Chinese market is probably flooded with a lot of these bootleg products because they're so difficult to import into territories that are...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I imagine so, yeah.
I imagine, when it comes to, you look at things like Squiers, Epiphones and Ibanez and Fender Acoustics and Sigmas and, loads of the things that we do.
Yeah.
Made in China. I wonder, first of all, whether that made in China product is going to be cheaper in China. Did you see much in the way of kind of Squier?
Yeah, quite a lot.
And what kind of was it?
I did have a look at the prices of them, and they did seem a tiny bit less than what we would get over here.
Right,
but there wasn't
much in it.
Yeah, and that's down to the shop.
Yeah,
it varied from shop to shop as well. So
when you think about it, 20 years ago, we all knew somebody who used to go to the States to pick up a bargain and bring it back.
Course,
they'd go over there and it'd be kind of dollars for pounds. So, they'd be saving. Sometimes they'd be getting something half price out in the States what they get over here.
Yeah,
because the internet brought everyone kind of closer together. All of a sudden, I think that they've tried to harmonise the pricing worldwide because they try to keep trade within the buyer's kind of location.
Yeah.
So I remember about 3-4 years ago looking at the price of Telecasters in New York, and they were exactly the same when you did the conversion, exactly the same as in the UK.
Yeah. We've had a few conversations with people, haven't we, over the few, years that at least I've been here, where they've looked at things from probably mainland Europe, but by the time, it might be a little bit cheaper on paper, but by the time they sort of pay for it to come over and everything else, it doesn't work out any different at all.
No. And, you wonder, that's one of the things I've wondered with the whole Brexit thing. Like once things become a lot more difficult to import and export to the EU, I wonder how that will affect, because Thomond do a roaring trade in the UK. Well, at least they did when the exchange rate was good. Maybe not so much the last couple of years, but you wonder, with having to go through duty tax and all that kind of thing, whether it's going to be worthwhile people doing that anymore.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, that one, I think.
Do you get tempted to buy anything while you're over there?
There was quite a lot I wanted to buy.
To give people a bit of a background on Kris.
Kris was our best customer for 4 years until he started working here.
Yeah.
Didn't want to give him a job because he was a good customer.
Well, I don't think you actually gave me a job. I think I started coming down to it.
Basically, you a bit of squatter's rights, really.
Yeah.
So he come down. He said that apparently his lockup had started leaking or something.
So
he started bringing down. I'm just going to leave these tools down. Then the week after, there was another toolbox. Then there was a rucksack. Then it was something. So you commandeer like at least half of the workspace out there. There's some good. It's all fantastic stuff, but that's how you got the job. But it's quite resourceful.
I think it was when, I think it was the second time I came down here with Simon, and you were having trouble with something, and I started helping. And by helping, I think I just barged in,
interfered.
Interfered, and then interfered.
He's been interfering ever since.
Yeah, and then here we are.
It's nice to have him back. I was saying to him earlier, felt a strange Big Brother thing where it was exciting for him going, but I was happy to have him back was a little bit worried about him out there.
He gave me a hug and he.
There's no hugging involved.
Yeah. Well, we had our first man date back yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
And where did you go?
Yeah. Where did we go, Chris?
Chinese to have nice Chinese.
His
food.
choice. His choice.
Yeah.
So, did you have sweet and sour pork or anything like that out there?
I had a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff that no man should ever eat because it was disgusting.
Like what?
Fish lungs.
Is that like Tom? You're the gastro expert.
Culinary. Yeah.
That like roe, like cod roe kind of thing. What's that? That's eggs, is it? Cod roe.
I can't. That's absolutely.
It's
vile.
actually really nice on toast. But anyway, let's move on.
What's wrong with jam?
So you had fish lungs in like a bap? Or
No, in a bowl, cold.
What? Cooked though?
No.
Yeah, they cook it.
No.
Chris
like
comes
sushi.
across as my brother went to Barry Island on a school trip when he was 6, and he came back having seen an octopus and some other kind of monster. I think Chris has given us a little spinning a bit of a yarn.
But sushi, raw fish, is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Japan.
Oh.
No, in China. They eat a lot of raw fish and.
Just the presentation isn't quite as.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's not in a bap, so.
If the people from listen to the last couple of podcasts, I am very picky with my food.
Yeah.
And this was one of the times when I almost threw up.
did he?
It is horrible.
Yeah.
The funny thing was, we were out last night, and we were saying about what he ate, and you said about you went to McDonald's just to because you were so hungry,
Yeah.
for a Big Mac, and even that was all weird.
Yeah.
How come? What's wrong with the Big Mac? Fish lung.
Yeah.
Fish lung surprise. Yeah. What's in the McFish lung?
Did you say that the meat is a bit weirdly cooked?
Yeah, they boil a lot of food.
Broiled beef,
Hot ham water.
Yeah.
You're listening to the A Strings podcast.
where we'd rather biscuits any day.
Yeah. I'm all for trying. If you're going to go abroad, you should
Oh God, yeah.
try to, eat as they eat.
Yeah.
But
I'm quite happy to try like cricket soup or whatever it was.
Don't get me wrong. Majority of the food was quite nice. Even
have
though
you lost weight?
Yeah,
Have you?
I've lost 5 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. So, just shows how much
Wasn't
vegetables I was eating.
Yeah. Well, that's the safe thing, isn't it? You just eat.
Yeah,
You
eat
just
veg.
go and you eat vegetables.
buying. Yeah. Was there anything else you ate
Uh,
that you want to talk about?
Is Chris doing the top 5?
Chris is doing
I
the
am
top
doing
five.
the top 5.
Is there anything you can
Should
give
we do
away,
it
or
now?
should we do it top 5?
Should we break protocol and
Do you want to do top 5?
yeah,
You can do if you want.
Let's do top 5.
5.
So, Chris, as our guest for today, we're going to put you on the spot and say top 5. So, what did you pick? What's your category?
Top 5 what the fucks of China.
So, just to clarify, it's what WTF moments that you
Yeah,
had. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
My first of the top 5 is obviously the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
They boil everything. Anything that you can put in a pot and boil. They
So what
boil
you're
it.
saying is that you could go out there and introduce the George Foreman and make an absolute killing.
Oh, yeah. I think the only real things I enjoyed out there was the noodles.
Will you tell us about the bug that you told me about yesterday and the process of how they prepare it? Because it is absolutely vile.
Oh.
Which,
Do the listeners have to be subjected?
Yes,
to?
they do.
Yeah.
The Hornet.
I don't know what it was, and I didn't. After I was told what the process is, I didn't bother asking because I was almost sick. But basically, this insect, they collect it from things like dung and
Dung beetle?
No, it wasn't dung beetle. It wasn't a beetle of any sort. It looked exactly like a hornet without a stinger. And
Long story short, they lived in shit.
yeah. So they collect it from shit, and they chuck a load of them in like a jar of meat, and then over a course of a couple of days, they'll eat this meat.
The bugs, not the people.
Yeah.
So the bugs become nice and fat.
Yeah, and then they
eat the bugs.
Yeah. Well,
makes sense.
They barbecue it.
So you got
that's a different
delicious meat inside a shit beetle.
Yeah.
And Bob's your uncle. Get out the baps.
That by far the most vile thing.
Yeah.
Next one, driving.
Right. Did you drive out there?
No, because if I drove out there, I'd probably be dead now.
Wow.
Because they have got no system of like where our driving standards, where we've got to stay in the lines.
You got the Green Cross code.
Yeah. They don't have any of that.
Is it Green Cross? No, what do they call it?
Highway code.
Highway code, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have any of that type of
Don't they?
thing out there.
See, again, you could take all these ideas out there and make millions.
Yeah.
So red lights are redundant, you said?
Yeah. If the police don't see you, all the cars can go through. If the green man's on, you can cross the road and they can still turn into you.
Do the green men look like the green men out here? Because if you go around different places, you get different kind of styles of green men. Like,
all right.
France has got a really stylish green man.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The green men out there, they look like they're doing the moonwalk as they move.
All right, not kind of on their tiptoes, kind of grabbing their crotch.
Yeah, with the hand on the hat. Like.
Yeah, and the right.
So yeah, they can still turn into you. I was told part of their driving thing is if somebody crosses the road, even though the light says that they can cross, you can turn into them, but you got to stop. If there's no police,
no one watching, anything goes.
Tiananmen Square, that was quite a interesting one. Basically, as you said in the last podcast, I was a celebrity over there.
And it's all gone to his head.
Yeah, I got into Tiananmen Square, and basically, being the only white person there, I had quite a few people wanting to take pictures of me.
Yeah.
And as I said over the phone, if I put a hat down, I probably could have made quite a bit of money.
Yeah, it's an opportunity lost, I think.
Yeah.
Could have paid for your whole holiday.
Yeah.
The flight.
Well, long?
Yeah.
Long.
What's that all about? Out there, I think you take flights like you do buses, don't you? You know, because it's such a massive country.
Yeah. It's mainly to do with... remember I sent you a text message saying about the way they load and unload the planes and the two Korg pianos.
Yeah, we talked about that on episode 2, I think. Yeah.
That was particularly weird because with the people, the luggage people, they don't really care about what they're chucking in, and they could see these keyboards had fragile on them, and they still just didn't care, and a lot of people were banging the windows because obviously this really expensive keyboard is on the floor, and then the second one falls off, which is in the way of the luggage trolley, and they can see this there, and they still ride over it. That's a lot of money for two keyboards somebody's kind of lost out on.
And we did say that would have been an opportune time to have gone around the plane giving out A-strings cards as stockists of Korg.
Yeah, I did have the cards on me.
But you just thought...
No, I just wanted to get off the plane, I did.
And just to keep things neutral, I think that's the same for most baggage people around the world, regardless of where.
Yeah, it's not just Chinese baggage people. Yeah. So, what's your last one?
Number 5.
Number 5 is the music shops.
Hey, I was going to say, is there a guitar-related one?
Yeah.
Just to keep our listeners partially interested.
And it's as weird as it sounds, you can't take photos in majority of the music shops.
Right.
Because
Do you know what? Just out of respect, the nice customers always say, "Do you mind if I take a picture of this guitar?" They do ask out of respect because, a lot of the time you do realise that the reason why they're taking photographs is so they can go home and compare the prices and then, then make their decision from there kind of thing. But, it is, even over here, it's a mark of respect to actually say, "Do you mind if I take a picture of an instrument that I don't own that you do," kind of thing, So I can kind of understand that. But
I think that.
But if somebody does it, we wouldn't go in and say, "Don't take a photograph."
Yeah.
Let me see your phone.
Yeah.
And we certainly wouldn't do what happened with you, I don't think.
Yeah. I went into one of the shops, which I don't think we should name just in case.
In case they're listening.
Just by saying those two words consecutively,
Yeah.
automatically chat has been picked up and the Chinese government's listened to all of this now.
Yeah. That's all right. More listeners, isn't it?
Well,
I've just boosted your ratings.
I can't argue with that. Carry on, sorry.
I'm not being paraded around Tiananmen Square in my underwear.
So in the music shop I went into, a lot of the staff were there, but they weren't very educated in music. One of the
Sounds like the one you said was just like A strings.
no, that one was great. That was. I'm not going to say anything bad about that. That was probably the highlight of my whole week.
Oh,
I thought he said trip.
I was going to say, yeah. Carry on, though. Yep.
But
you took some photographs in the one shop, and they called some armed guards
yeah, armed guards. They came in
with arms.
Yeah, and legs. And basically threatened to arrest me for taking photos of a couple of guitars. I asked one of the staff if I could take pictures, but the manager obviously saw me take pictures and decided to take it upon himself to inform the authorities.
But I don't understand. You said that you thought it was a lot to do with competitive pricing.
Yeah. But
Thing is, if it was competitive pricing from sort of one Chinese music shop to another, I don't think you would make a very good spy for either shop.
yeah,
You don't blend in.
that was the second experience of armed guards.
But, it's all things to pick up on. Maybe we could benefit from some armed guards.
Yeah.
Well, Tom's a big lad.
I think it's time for Elwin Smells.
Elwin Smiles.
So, a bit of a change for this week. Elwin's segments have been getting progressively longer. He couldn't text this one through because the file size was too big, so he had to do an airdrop here in the shop.
Yeah.
And he, so I think it's about 4 minutes.
Yeah, just under 4 minutes. Yeah.
So it was just under 4 minutes long. So it was going to take up probably a tenth of the, just under a tenth of the episode.
We did say that it's going to get to the point where we just sort of open the show and say, hello, this is episode whatever.
Elwin does his thing.
Yeah,
and then
we close the show.
Tune in next week. But he's actually used some material that is subject to copyright, which we can't include.
Yeah, so he's, so the song, we can say the song, can't we?
Yeah.
So the song that he has chosen and included, I believe in full length, was the B-side to a football song from, I think, the 70s, and the song was Cinnamon Stick. Now, those of you that know the song, like obviously I didn't know the song until I heard it, but it got stuck in my head.
So Cinnamon Stick is a 1970s B-side.
It's not even it wasn't even the proper
English
release.
England World Cup squad.
I think, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what
Right, okay.
Oh, there you are. It's the B-side of Back Home.
And what was the point of the song?
Of Cinnamon Stick?
Yeah.
No idea. Had
Right.
nothing to do with football, nothing at all. No.
So, Elwin, thank you very much for the effort for this week. unfortunately we can't use it, but maybe we can
sing it for you.
Yeah, we'll learn it and we'll try and sing it for you next week.
Yeah. So, just so you know, he's in Sweden working now.
Right.
By the time this goes out, I think. So yeah, hopefully he's got this to listen to now. No cinnamon stick.
And do you notice we've waited until the end of the episode, so you've had to listen right the way through to the end just to find out that your segment's been chopped.
But your segment still remains.
With being such a new podcast, we don't want to ruffle any feathers yet, so we don't want to be kind of taken off here just yet.
No.
So yeah. But thank you very much for the effort.
Smiles. Elvin smiles.
Now, going on to social media comment of the week.
Social media comment of the week.
So social media comment of the week comes from two separate sources this week. Now, we put up a stupid little Valentine's Day video on Valentine's Day, believe it or not. And it was just Tom having some fun, polishing some guitars and doing some funny voiceovers, just for, a bit of a laugh and to let people know of the range of cleaning products that we do. So we've taken a screen grab of the comments. Now, the one that made us laugh was from our good friend CW, Clive Waters, and he simply said...
You're odd. You do know that, don't you?
Which is great. Because you can imagine Clive's face just being like...
Do you know what?
Smiling, but you can see in his eyes, like, there's something going on.
Clive is generally one of the nicest people in the world. He made me laugh so much this once. And whenever when people ask you about the same guitars, you end up giving very similar answers. You get, it's not on purpose. You just end up regurgitating stuff that you have said to other people in the past.
Of course, yeah.
I remember saying to Clive about the Godin kind of way of making guitars. So you chop down a tree and they make a guitar kind of thing. And he did one of these things where he finished one of my sentences with completely not what I was going to say. I said, so they've also got this, Godin's got this arrangement with the Canadian government whereby if a tree falls down in the forest, and I was going to say, when a tree falls down in the forest, they give them the coordinates to pick the tree up and take away. But I said, when a tree falls down in the forest, he said, if no one's there, does it make a noise like that? And I just looked at him and said, what? Why did I say
But do you know what? I've never known someone with such a positive, sunny disposition.
He's amazing.
Loves his guitars and you'll show him something new and his face just lights up. And he's a joy to be around. Genuinely.
Like I say, finishing a sentence, it's just not what I was going to say.
Brilliant. Yeah. So comment number 2 comes from a YouTube video. We did a look at the Squier Contemporaries when they first came out, and we had pretty much all of the range in, and included in the video was a left-handed. Obviously, we didn't play it, but it was there. And this is a comment from someone off there.
All the guitars are cool except the lefty one. Like, seriously, why are lefty guitars so ugly? Ooh, that's leftist.
Leftist.
Yeah.
I know.
Ugly. Comment.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. And which is so funny because the amount of kind of shit we get for not having enough left-handed gear. And it looks weird, but it doesn't look any different to...
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's just mirrored.
Yeah. You only ever see yourself in the mirror, don't you?
Yes.
In the morning or whatever. So when you see a picture of yourself, you think, oh, my hair's the wrong way. That's just what Stratocasters are like when they look at themselves in the mirror.
When they look at themselves in the mirror, yeah.
They all look left-handed, but I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's leave it there, shall we?
Social media comment of the week.
So that is it. We hope that you enjoyed, what are we, episode 6?
I think episode 6, yeah. Not very guitar heavy. Apologies for that, but we won't have Kris in next week. So.
Oh, thanks.
What it does do is it gives you a bit of an idea of Kris and of us and what Kris has been up to, seeing as we've mentioned him so much in the last few podcasts.
In actual fact, it'll be a relief to, we're going to have to find some other kind of filler.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what Kris is up to. But no, actually, what we can maybe start doing, because Kris is our tech on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And whereas a lot more of the kind of general servicing kind of jobs happen during the week, anything that's a little bit more complex is done on Saturdays by Kris.
Yeah.
So maybe if there's any appetite for like a Dear Deidre kind of, not Dear Deidre,
I think it suits him quite well.
That's sex advice, no.
Yeah, no, that's great.
No, any questions about your guitar, any ways that you might want to improve or repair different aspects, maybe if you want to write it into us, we can get Kris to answer the question.
Or ignore it.
And we can do just like Radio 2.
Ignore you.
We can do just like Radio 2. And now here's Kris from the Ronda.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've got any questions for him, what's the best way? I guess
Facebook.
Comment
on
on
all of the channels that you're listening to, whether it's on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or is it on SoundCloud? I don't know if it is.
Not too sure anymore.
But Podbean and all that kind of thing, Facebook. Well, you can leave a comment on any of that. We check everything. And yeah, leave a comment on any of it and we'll pass the question or questions on to Kris.
Yeah, we'll gather them. We'll collate them. And we can have a little section.
Yeah, we'll
when he's in next.
Yeah, we'll test him first. And if it's not
Make sure the answers are right.
If it's not
first.
working, you're not going to hear from him again.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Kris.
No problem. Listening to you two abuse me for the first 5 minutes.
This has been the A Strings podcast. Thanks for joining us. Please like, share, subscribe, and rate? Yeah. Rate
so I think
podcasts.
you've got the option of giving a star rating.
Yeah.
Please be kind.
But yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't ask about ratings after this episode.
No. Judge us on our entire performance as a...
Judge us, on
a
our
business.
body of work rather than this.
Of verbal content. Tell your friends, share, like, and all the rest of it. Thank you very much for listening to us. I've been Andrew.
I've been Adam.
And I'm Kris.
We'll see you for episode 7. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.